As a lover of thrillers, I thought it was about time that I ranked all the Freida McFadden books I have read. I've read 6, not actually as many as I thought. At the very bottom, number 6, I'm putting The Inmate. I really didn't like this book. I gave it 2 stars, not because it was badly written or anything like that. I can see why people like the story. If I hadn't guessed everything that was going to happen, I probably would have enjoyed it more, obviously. I was just getting pissed off because every time a plot twist happened, I was thinking, yep, saw that coming. Next, I've got The Housemaid's Secret. This is the second book in the Housemaid series. I really didn't like this one either. I think it wasn't terrible, but I liked the first book so much, and reading the second one and having it be so disappointing and a little predictable, it just kind of ruined it. I'm so burnt by this that I haven't even bothered with the third book. I need to, but I'm terrified that it's just gonna make it worse. Now, at number 4, I've got The Wife Upstairs. I didn't hate this book, but I did guess half of the major plot twists. So again, not great in that regard, and I just didn't like how predictable it was. It did kind of save itself at the end a little bit, but still, it wasn't one of her best. It just wasn't unique. I feel like I've read books like this before. It was just a bit of a letdown. Next, at number 3, we've got The Boyfriend. This is where we start to get into the books that I couldn't guess the plot twists in. I really liked this one. I actually listened to it on audio, but if I could go back, I would probably have read the book. I feel like it would have hit harder that way, but I didn't guess the plot twists. I thought it was quite unique. I didn't really know what was happening half the time, and I kept trying to guess and I was always wrong. So it was fun. I think this was like 4 stars for me. Next, at number 2, we've got The Housemaid. This was the first thriller I had ever read. Ever. Not just Freida McFadden, like in general. So I do wonder if I had read it now, would it still hold up? Would it still be as good as I remember? But at the time, it was amazing. My jaw was on the floor. I was informing my husband every time something happened. Like, he wanted to know what was going on. This is just a really good book for getting into thrillers. It started my journey, so finally at number 1, and it's probably no surprise to anybody, Never Lie. This is my favorite book of hers and one of my favorite thrillers, and I will recommend this to anybody. It was one of those books where half the time I was thinking, oh my god, this is so obvious. I know exactly where this is going. And then bam, completely switched up. Not at all what I expected. It was insane. If you're just trying to get into thrillers, this is an awesome book because it's going to have you in a chokehold. Like, it's one of the best that I've read. And if you're already into thrillers, this is still a good choice because even with all my thriller experience, I wasn't able to guess the plot twist. And I think that's one of the main things with reading so many thrillers. It becomes easier to guess where things are going. And that's the ranking. If you have any more Freida McFadden recommendations, please let me know. I don't even know where to go next. I want to keep going, but I don't know which ones are going to be good and which ones are going to be letdowns.